linked to those youth through teleconference. The first thing I'd like to address is why we are all meeting here. We are all meeting here because probably most of those in these buildings, and there are a few thousands of delegates in these buildings, recognize what the IPCC has written in its last report, and that is that the warming is now to be considered unequivocal. There might be some still have some doubts about that, but the scientific community at large is quite convinced that that word can be used to speak of the warming of the past 100 years. Second reason why there is a COP here in Copenhagen is because there is another conviction which is quite strong as well. That is that the reason for most of the warming of the past 50 years at least is related to human activities through the release of heat-trapping greenhouse gases emitted through the burning of fossil fuels mostly, and also through deforestation. About 1/5 of the total is coming from deforestation. And these gases contribute to the warming we have observed in the past 100 years or so, approximately 0.7 degrees Celsius over the past 100 years. Now, the second working group of the IPCC has dealt with the impacts and the adaptation policies that are based on the realization that as climate is warming, it will affect a number of natural systems, but also a number of human systems. It will affect ecosystems. For example, to quote a number from the last IPCC report, and you can look at the IPCC report on ipcc.ch, the IPCC website, it's no less than 20 to 30% of existing plant and animal species which would be subjected to a high risk of extinction, an increased risk of extinction if the temperature was increased by just 2 or 3 degrees in terms of global average above the pre-industrial temperature. There would be also many changes in the hydrological cycle, for example, more intense rain that would produce floods more frequently. Some regions will experience more droughts. In general, dry regions today will experience more droughts in the future, and wet regions today will experience more more extreme rain events. Sea level is going also to increase somewhere between probably 0.5 meter and of the order of 1 meter, maybe more, towards the end of this century. Agriculture and food security is going to be affected, particularly in warm countries, in tropical countries, but not only. It's the entire food system of the world that's